ABC is an isosceles triangle and ABCD is a trapezoid. So we are to find the angle BAD, and notice that is the sum of two angles we have here, this one plus this one. So I'm going to go ahead and name some angles. I'm going to call these, let's say, M, N, and then I'm going to call these two X and Y. Okay, that helps us out. So, how are we going to figure this out? Well, I'm going to use something I know about parallelograms to help me solve this problem. And a trapezoid is not a parallelogram, but I can kind of create an imaginary one so that I can use some laws. So I'm going to create this line here, and I know that these two lines are already parallel, so I'm going to make two more parallel lines. And the reason I did this is because I want to use this law that says that two angles that are between two parallel lines add up to 180 degrees. And so the angles that I'm looking at here are this one and this whole angle here. So I know that together they add up to 180 degrees. So I'm going to use that fact to figure out what this little angle here, y, is. Okay, so if all together those two angles are 180 degrees, if I subtract 77 degrees and then I subtract 38 degrees, what I'm left over with is 65 degrees. And so I just figured out this angle y here, and I'm actually going to forget all about this parallelogram now that I used that law to find something out. It's getting a little messy here, so I'm just going to erase those blue lines so I can keep working. So I found out that y is equal to, let's use a red pen again, 65 degrees. And since this is an isosceles triangle, I know that this angle here is also going to be 65 degrees. Now, if I look at this angle, this triangle ACD, so this triangle here, I'm just going to mark it in red. If I look at this triangle here, I know that all the angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So I can actually figure out what this angle N here is. Angle N is also 180 minus 77 minus 38. So this angle is also 65 degrees. And now the final piece of the puzzle, I know that angle A, or the triangle ABC, also has a total of 180 degrees in it. And if I subtract 65 degrees twice, what I'm left over is 50 degrees. Now the angle that I was looking for, BAD, so angle BAD is angles M plus angles N combined. So angle M, we just found out, was 50 degrees. Angle N, we found out, was 65 degrees. So together they will be 115 degrees. And that is our answer. And if we look at our angle BAD, we can see that it is greater than 90 degrees, but not by a whole lot. So 115 degrees seems like a suitable answer. And try to wrap your brain around it and see if you can prove any of those laws to yourself if you're not sure why they work.